In the year 2235, humanity had established contact with several intelligent alien species, forming a vast interstellar alliance. This new union opened the door to a world of knowledge and technology beyond Earth's wildest dreams. To ensure peace and cooperation, Earth sent its brightest young minds to attend the prestigious Galactic Academy, an interstellar school located on a massive space station orbiting a distant star. Among these students was a young human named Alex Rivera, a promising student eager to prove humanity's potential. The academy was a melting pot of species, with hundreds of alien races attending. Alex was one of only a handful of humans selected to study there. The pressure was immense. Everything was new, from the alien architecture to the strange food and even stranger customs. But Alex was determined, confident that he could excel. The classes ranged from advanced mathematics taught by jelly-like creatures with 6 eyes to combat training led by towering, armor-plated warriors. The hardest class, however, was reflex training, a mandatory course where students hone their physical and mental reactions. The course instructor was an alien known as Instructor Kreej, an advanced species that valued precision and discipline above all else. Not only was it hard to count, the class is self-taught, with specific standards for getting people in spots. Kreej was notorious for his strictness and his harsh punishments for what he considered flaws. He believed that reactions were a matter of control and calculation, and any deviation was seen as a failure to understand the proper methodology. One day, during a particularly intense training session, Kreej set up a drill where students had to dodge small, fast-moving drones that fired harmless but painful stun shots. The task required focus and quick thinking. Most of the alien students moved with a calculated precision, each step following a predetermined pattern. Alex, however, reacted differently. His movements were fluid, almost instinctive. When a drone fired at him, he didn't stop to analyze the trajectory. Instead, he just moved swiftly and smoothly, dodging every shot without hesitation. Within minutes, he had completed the exercise with a perfect score, dodging every stun shot effortlessly. Instead of congratulating him, Kreej's pale green face hardened. He approached Alex, his eyes cold and unblinking. "Human," he hissed, "you will remain after class." The other students exchanged glances, knowing that when Kreej gave such an order, punishment was imminent. They filed out of the training room, leaving Alex standing nervously under Kreej's stern gaze. "You've shown a blatant disregard for the proper training method," Kreej said, his voice echoing in the nearly empty hall. "Your movements were reckless, unpredictable, lacking in the discipline we strive for at this academy. You rely on instinct, not calculation. Such behavior cannot be tolerated." "But I dodged all the shots," Alex protested. "I didn't get hit once. Isn't that the point?" Kreej's face tightened, his mouth a thin line. "You will be punished," he said coldly. "You have failed to demonstrate the calculated approach that defines true mastery." He ordered Alex to stand in the center of the room, and with a wave of his clawed hand, activated a painful electric restraint around Alex's wrists and ankles. The restraint hummed, pulsing with a warning electric charge. Over the next week, Alex was subjected to grueling exercises designed to correct his behavior. The punishment was harsh, running impossible obstacle courses, solving complex puzzles under pressure, and facing more reflex tests. This time, while hindered by the electric restraints that shocked him for every movement, Kreej deemed unacceptable. Yet, despite the torment, Alex continued to rely on his instinctive reactions. It was a natural part of him, something he couldn't and wouldn't change. One day, during another humiliating training session, Kreej announced a new test, a final one to determine if Alex could stay at the academy. It was a challenge that no student had yet completed, a battle simulation against a swarm of autonomous drones, each with its own AI capable of learning and predicting movement patterns. Kreej watched as the other students whispered and worried. They had seen Alex's struggles, and they feared he would fail. The simulation started. Dozens of drones filled the arena, weaving and firing. Alex's instincts kicked in immediately. His reflexes were fast, faster than any prediction model could calculate. He moved in a blur, dodging and twisting, his mind racing to anticipate the unpredictable maneuvers of the drones. As he reached the final stage of the test, a drone unexpectedly shifted its tactics, firing a stun shot that should have been unavoidable. Without thinking, Alex ducked and flipped, avoiding the shot in a way that stunned everyone watching. But instead of acknowledging his success, Kreej roared in fury, accusing Alex of cheating. The instructor demanded to see the test results, convinced that Alex's movements were beyond what a human was capable of. He called for the Academy's head, a massive, crystalline entity known as Director Ural. Kreej argued that Alex's reflexes were unfair, an anomaly that violated the Academy standards. The director observed the footage with glowing, swirling eyes. The silence in the hall was deafening as the other students watched, waiting for the verdict. Kreej insisted that Alex's movements were unnatural, too fast, too fluid, like he was anticipating every move before it happened. He argued that it couldn't be allowed, that it was outside the bounds of what the Academy considered fair. The director, however, did not react as expected. Instead, he asked Alex to explain himself. Nervously, Alex spoke about how humans had evolved over millennia to have quick reflexes, to rely on gut instinct, and to react without overthinking, a survival trait in a world full of dangers. He talked about how human evolution had favored adaptability and instinct, not calculation. Kreej scoffed. Instinct is a sign of a lesser mind, an inability to follow proper procedure. Director Ural was silent for a long time, his crystalline form shifting subtly. Then, to everyone's shock, he declared, "This human has demonstrated a fundamental truth about his species. What you see as a flaw, Instructor Kreej, is, in fact, a unique strength. Reflexes born of instinct are not only valid, but invaluable in situations that cannot be predicted or controlled. This is the essence of adaptability, a trait the Galactic Alliance has yet to fully appreciate." Kreej was stunned, his face darkening with anger, but the director's decision was final. The restraints around Alex's wrists and ankles unlocked and fell away. Not only was Alex allowed to stay at the Academy, but his instinctive reflexes were officially recognized as a distinct advantage. The Academy even changed its training program to study and incorporate human adaptability and instinctive responses. Alex's fellow students began to view him differently, not as an outlier, but as an example of the strengths that diversity brought to the Galactic Academy. Over time, many alien species adopted a blend of instinct and calculation in their training regimens. Kreej, though still strict, began to grudgingly respect the humans' unconventional methods, realizing that there was more to mastering combat than rigid adherence to protocol. In the end, Alex's struggle became a story told throughout the Academy, one of a lone human who, through what others saw as a flaw, demonstrated the value of something fundamentally human. His perseverance not only earned him a place at the Academy, but also changed its very foundation, proving that sometimes the most unexpected strengths are the ones that matter most. The tale of Alex Rivera became legendary, a reminder that true mastery was not just about perfecting technique, but about understanding one's own nature. In time, humanity became a respected member of the Galactic Alliance, known not only for their technological advancements, but for their spirit, the willingness to adapt, to trust their instincts, and to embrace the unpredictable.